everybody. I got my paper with me. I feel like I'm prepared enough. I'm on the floor again. I'm in my room. I apologize for the background noise. They're over there watching that Angry Birds movie. Whatever. I got my paper because I always forget something anyway. And I know I'm gonna forget something here, but going from dark to light hair, it's a pain in the ass. It's complicated, and there's a reason why salons charge you an arm and a leg for this. And there's a reason for this. It's because it's a lot of processing involved, and there are huge risks, you know, that your hair might come off and melt off if they're not doing it right. So let's get started. I gotta look at my paper because this shit is all scattered. I'm so sorry. I was, you know, had a lot going on this week. And it's really complicated. Like, a lot of people just think it's about slapping on freaking bleach and lifting it, and then boom, you have blonde hair. No, you don't. You have that ugly, yucky, you could tell it was done at home. Like, that shit looks bootleg. That shit looks disgusting. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but it is the truth. That is not how you bleach your damn hair. Don't do that. Like, you're walking around looking like part of a peacock's ass. Like, I'm sorry. Don't do that. That's not how you bleach. No. You, like, half-assed it. You stopped when you were supposed to keep going, and you, oh, look at me, I'm blonde. No, you're supposed to keep going. You gotta keep going, and then you gotta throw a toner on top of that. That is what gives you that professional salon look, like that blonde, that vibrance, that oomph, you know what I mean? You're supposed to keep bleaching up to the color, like a pale yellow. It looks like you ever cut open the banana in half and just looked at it. Yeah, it's supposed to look like that yellow. And then you could throw on whatever toner you want. Like, it could be a rose gold or a strawberry blonde. It could be anything. But as long as you get to that pale, like, yellow stage, you're gonna be good. You'll be alright. None of that freaking peacock's ass type of color. If a peacock even has a yellow ass. I don't even know. But whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of Latinas are freaking guilty of this. Yes, you know who you are. I love y'all, but you know who you are. My mother used to do that to me too. I used to hate it. Looking like a freaking, I don't even know that color. There's a reason it's called bleach blonde. Enough blabbing. Let's also talk about what's on your hair before you, like, start throwing shit on top of it. Is it virgin? Is it virgin hair? A lot of people don't have that. But if you do, if you've never colored your hair, it's never been processed, you're good to... I'm blocking the speaker again, aren't I? If you don't have colors or anything on your hair is good to go. Just start bleaching away, you're fine. Now, if you have colors on your hair, you just, like, made your job a little bit more difficult. Now, the worst color ever to take off your hair is black. Black pigment not only stains, but it's like it permanently bonds to your hair. I don't know what it is about black hair dye. Black hair dye is the worst thing to put on your damn hair. That shit never comes off. Ever. Especially if you're using permanent black, you're assed out. You're gonna have to go through a lot of processing to remove that shit, to lift it to blonde, okay? You're talking about probably shampoo caps, which is like shampoo with equal amounts of bleach and equal amounts of developer on it, and you're supposed to leave that on your hair for like 15 minutes. Every time you wash your hair, you got to do this. Leave it on for 15 minutes, rinse it out. Put it on your hair, leave it on for 15 minutes, rinse it out. Until you start seeing that black lift up. Or you're going to have to buy some Malibu color remover or color oops or something to get it to lift that black. That black is the hardest to get off your hair. Like, don't dye your hair black. Like, unless you're like not planning to ever use any other color ever again, go ahead and do it. But if you're like me, that, you know, you like to change your hair colors up, don't put black. You could use semi-permanent. Semi-permanent might stain it more, but it's not gonna like stick to it and bond to it like permanent hair dye will. So if you're gonna go the black route, go with semi-permanent. I recommend that. It'll act like a permanent for a little while. All right, so do you have highlights? You might melt off the previously bleached hair. I'm not trying to scare y'all. These are real problems that people go through when they're bleaching their hair. Then their hair starts falling off and they're like, oh shit, what's going on? I'm gonna go bald. No, you just melt it off. Like, there's only so much the hair strand could take. You shouldn't touch highlighted hair. My paper fell. Oh no. You might have to take the hairs that are highlighted and foil them away. Like, you know, just put them in a foil, like when you are coloring, and just fold it up out of the way so that it's not touching any more bleach. And you're gonna have to go gentle because you're not gonna get every single freaking highlighted hair, of course. So just go gentle, do nothing above a 20, you know, volume peroxide, and you should be fine. It might take a little longer that way, but your hair is gonna be a lot healthier and happier for it. So it'll thank you, you know. No overlapping. There's even color or bleach barrier protection for your hair. You can find that at Sally's. I've never tried one. I don't know how they work, but I know they do exist for people who feel like they might want to put something on the bleached hair to prevent it from, you know. I imagine Vaseline does the same thing, but who the hell wants to put Vaseline on their hair? Like, how are you gonna get that out? That's a nightmare. There's also even ways to like lift your hair color without using bleach. I don't do this because it takes so much longer. You're gonna basically use a super high lift blonde, which is in the 11 to 12 range, and you use the super high lift blondes are basically blondes in the 11 to 12 range. It used to be on the color scale 1 through 10, black to lightest blonde, and then people started rocking the platinums and the super white blondes, so they added 11 and 12. So the super high lift blondes, they use a really high, you know, volume developer. That's all you're gonna be doing to your hair. You can lift it that way. Just keep throwing that blonde on top. Just keep throwing that blonde on top. Just because the blonde is not what's gonna lift the color from a dark color, because color doesn't lift color. I want you guys to do, you know what's the best way to learn this? It's not gonna be super accurate, but it'll help you understand. Take a piece of paper, white, and take crayons in the color that you want, like color you have your hair, the color that you want your hair, or whatever the color it is that you plan on putting on your hair, like, or even try to experiment or try to picture it. You put it on the paper and then you put the other color on top of it. Are you removing pigment? Are you removing color? You're not. You might be adding, you know, blonde to a brown. Are you gonna get blonde? No, you're just diluting that brown. It doesn't lift. Color does not lift color. Bleach lifts color. So, oh, and high volume developer, of course, because it eats away at your melanin. But still, that's how you're gonna go about that. You're gonna apply a super high lift blonde repeatedly. You might want to wait like every 2 days, every 3 days, preferably every other week or every week. You could be doing this. You throw it on, you throw it on, you throw it on until it starts lifting to a color that you're comfortable dealing with. I don't know exactly how light you plan to go. There's so many levels, but I'm talking about people who actually want to do like blonde. If you're going from a brown to a dark blonde, you're good. You just don't even worry about it. Also, for previously colored hair, you're gonna need different formulas. You know those little bowls that you mix the colors in? I don't really do the bottles. You know how they have the bottles with the box dye? I don't do that. I usually use my bowl with a brush. So I usually have like 3 bowls set out. This one with 20 volume, this one with 30 volume, this one with color. Like, I just, you know, you're gonna need different volumes if you have roots and color. You're gonna do something super gentle with this part, with the length, and you're gonna process the bleach on until it kind of matches then you could do it all over if you want to. There's so many ways to do it. You know what I mean? So if there's any specific question you guys have that I didn't get to, if there's any specific process you want me to explain, if there's any, like, if you have your own set of, you know, hair lightening issues, let me know. That's what I'm here for. I will explain it to you down to the T. I'll give you all the information you need. I'm rhyming. And hit me up. Let me know. Thank you for watching.